Unlike us, who'll be fascinated by all of that, she must be used to it all.
But she was fascinated by all of it. Apparently, she was avidly asking questions about everything, picking up all the props, which look like stone but are actually made of plastic, asking about all the costumes. I think she was just like any of us would have been.
So
in fact,
mine
like
at home is much heavier than this. It's not made of plastic.
Exactly.
Real ones look just the same.
Yes, exactly.
And you know, they were talking about it, and we saw Carson mentioning the fact that you are very closely in time with.
I think she's slightly ahead of me. It's a race.
She's slightly ahead of you.
Yeah.
Did she show any signs of looking tired? Or?
No. She had these heels on all day. I honestly managed to keep mine on for about 5 minutes, and she was wandering around. Everyone was commenting on the fact that, you know, do you want to sit down? Do you want to take the weight off your feet? No, she just carried on like a trooper. She's got a very trim little bump.
Is it smaller than yours?
Yes.
Are you a bit jealous?
Well, it's a second as well, isn't it?
You've got to have a proud bump, don't you worry about that, Louise.
But they all loved having it, and they all said she looked beautiful, which she did, of course.
You like a costume, don't you, Lady Sybil? It was such an extraordinary moment in Downton Abbey, of course, when Lady Sybil
I'm still furious about it, by the way.
You're still furious because you loved your character so much. Did you still follow the series since you've been out of it? Have you been amazed at how it's kind of grown and grown and grown and gone to America and, you know, all of that?
Yeah, I mean, that's great, obviously. I don't have a telly, so I don't really
Do you
watch.
not?
No, I don't watch TV.
Wow.
So you don't know who we are, do you? You have no idea what's going on.
Where am I?
Which is about where we are.
That doesn't make her unique, though.
No, it doesn't.
No, I don't. But I think everything that's happened with it is amazing, and it's a great group of people who are really dedicated and work really hard at what they do, so it's great.
Can you believe it's the beginning of the end? It's ended for you, but the fact that we're finally going to see the beginning of this last series on Sunday.
I know. It's a sad thing, isn't it, after 6 years?
Is it different for you as the actors in it? Because, of course, it's a job, and often acting jobs are quite transient. You come and you do something, then you leave. And then, actually, it's come to an end, and you're kind of like, yeah, I'm ready for more adventures now and more jobs. Whereas for us as audience members that love it, we don't want it to end at all.
No. Well, it is different. We've known about it coming to an end for a while, so we've all sort of got used to the idea of it. And as you say, it is true to say that, you know, you have to move on. You can't keep on doing the same thing because it's a sort of, you don't feel stretched really. And
sorry, no, carry on.
No, I'm just going to say, but it is sad because we've got, it's like a little rep we have there, and we've got to know each other very well.
And it's been such a triumph, hasn't it? I mean, it's up for 3 Emmys again on Sunday night.
Yes.
And it's just been extraordinarily successful, not just here, but in America. Has that changed things for you, in a way?
I suppose it must have done, because I spent a long time in the theatre, and actually that's what makes good drama.
Sure.
Is good storytelling, and Julian Fellowes is a wonderful storyteller. So, and also I was very interested the fact that he'd written it like a police series, actually, with very fast moving, except it's a costume drama. So no scene ever lasted very long, and there were 18 main characters, and there were at least 10 storylines in each episode. So in that way, it moved very quickly.
We're all, I'm afraid, still locked in the role we know, which was your first ever role. I can't believe, I mean, what a way to start.
I know. I was very, very lucky.
Did Hugh Bonneville suggest that this was quite a juicy first job?
Yeah. I mean, when it kind of went a bit nuts and we had, you know, viewing figures in the millions, he was going, Laura, just so you know, they're not all like this.
Don't get comfy.
Exactly. So, yeah, I've been aware of it being a very unique and very special experience.
It's been quite bittersweet for Downton fans like Susanna and I with this series, because we're obviously delighted it's back on Sunday night, so we get to have our lovely Sunday night curl-up with Downton. However, we know it's coming to an end. Was it kind of like that for you guys?
Definitely, yeah. I shot the last scene, which is not in chronological order, the way we shoot. So, yeah, I was involved in the last shot.
Are there tears?
Oh my gosh, I cried. I think I sort of just dissolved when they said cut. You know, it was sort of so emotional, and it happened to be a night shoot, so it was sort of 6 in the morning, and we were so emotional and
sleep deprived.
Exactly. So there was a lot of tears, and Michelle came and did the clapperboard, and it was really special.
Coming toward the end of
Downton, really, aren't we?
It's so sad.
And where will you be watching the Christmas episodes?
At home in Bradford with my family.
Wearing your tracksuit and your boots.
Yeah, with everyone asleep probably around me.
It'll be an emotional thing. And do you know, will there be a film? I mean, there's always been a hint of this film.
I have no idea. I'm like Daisy. I'd be the last to know. They probably tell me right at the end.
But she, I mean, you know, what a great character, particularly at the moment, because she's just coming into her own, isn't she? Being very outspoken on certain issues, which at the time was, you know, a big departure from what was expected, and she's wanting to do well in her education.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, she's the complete opposite of Bryony, isn't she? She's so ambitious and she's definitely become politicised and educated. It's so cool to think where I started 6 years ago and what she's doing now. It's really amazing.
And as Mr. Mosley, of course, you were very hesitant with women and very, you know, nervous around them, but you've actually been a bit saucy, haven't you?
Well, sort of 1920s saucy. Yeah, he's sort of... Yeah, bless him. I love Mr. Mosley because he's had to live with so much disappointment in his life. And finally, at the end, we sort of see a flicker of possibilities of something other, and it was lovely. And
great for you to get such a role that people have loved so much after being Mrs. Hughes in Downton Abbey, because, I mean, people just adore her. Haven't you got fans that have even had tattoos in weird places?
Well, it wasn't that weird. Well, it wasn't that weird, but just having a tattoo in the first place, because I used to wear a chatelaine.
Yeah, with the keys on.
Yeah. Yeah. She had that tattooed on her hip.
That is quite weird.
It is quite weird. Especially because she had it on the wrong side and I told her that.
You shouldn't have told
I know, that was wrong. But she forgave me, it's all right.
When Jim was in recently, he mentioned that there is a script, or he had heard that there is a script. Do you know anything about this? He said dates were being cleared in the diary.
Jim? Yes, really?
Is this, or they were asking, or tentatively, has there been any more movement on that, Phyllis?
Well,
obviously,
no.
You're Classified TV, so you can tell us anything you know.
You won't tell anybody about it. No, obviously, things are really tricky. Making a movie, at the best of times, comes with a whole trough of difficulties.
Getting everyone together?
Yeah, there's that,
for the time.
Yes, get the script together, I mean, there's so many of us. In normal film situations, you might have a core cast of half a dozen or whatever, but this is a core cast of thousands, it feels like at times, and so herding cats, you know.
It's a good analogy. You're still beating around the bush. Is it going to happen?
I don't know.
Would you do it if it did?
The will is definitely there with everybody involved. The will is definitely there. So let's, fingers crossed, that we can make it all come about.
We must talk about Downton. It's nearly all over.
I'm already
in mourning. It's fine. I'm already in mourning. But is there a little bit of you that's almost relieved to see the back of it? Because it has consumed your life, hasn't it?
Well, you know, as with almost everything in life, you have mixed feelings about it. I mean, it has been an extraordinary... I hate the word journey, really, but I mean, it has been a sort of ride to end all.
Hasn't it?
You know, we started out to make a nice period drama. We hoped some people would enjoy it. And then this great whirlwind has carried us all away across and around the world. And all these actors, the young ones, were hardly known, and now they're famous from Bangkok to Nome, you know. I mean, it's bizarre, really. And, of course... in a way, you know, that as you write the last line for Mary or something, you think, ooh. But I don't think we're doing the wrong thing. I think it's good to leave a party when people are sorry you're going.
Absolutely.
A Downton movie?
Well, the Daily Mail is very confident of a Downton movie, and I've also been told that I've been working on the musical with John Lunn for 6 months, all of which is news to me. But I don't fight the idea. I think to reimagine it in a different form would be good fun.